Hello, my name is Siobhan Malloy and I'm the officer in charge of festivals, venues and international projects at the Arts Council of Northern Ireland. I'm going to offer you a quick overview today of the General Art Awards and the Artist Enhancement schemes, both of which are currently open for application. The two schemes are part of the Arts Council's wider funding support programme for artists, called the National Lottery Support for Individual Artists Programme, or SIAP for short. So SIAP includes a range of individual funding schemes, the overall aim of which is to support artists to create work and to develop their practice. The General Art Awards and the Artists Career Enhancement Scheme are open to artists working across all art forms and disciplines and at different stages of their careers. Both have a closing date for applications of 12 noon on Thursday the 31st of August 2023, and both schemes fund proposals that will take place between the 10th of November 2023 and the 31st of October 2024. We will announce our decisions in November. You can apply to more than one scheme within the SIAP programme, but you will only be awarded one grant in any funding round. And if you choose to apply to more than one scheme, you must complete a separate application form for each scheme, and the projects within each application must be significantly distinct. Please do note that if you have already received a SIAP award within the previous 12 months, you cannot apply to the same scheme again in this round. In other words, if you receive a General Art Award last year, you cannot apply for a General Art Award again this year. You can, however, apply to any other scheme within the SIAP programme, including the Artist Career Enhancement Scheme. General Art Awards can be for specific projects, specialised research, personal artistic development and certain materials and equipment. This scheme is open to all artists, and we particularly welcome applications from emerging artists who are in the early stages of their careers. We also encourage applications from individuals who are working together in cross-discipline or single art form projects. The upper limit of awards is generally £5,000 and for one project only, even if the project is collaborative. In exceptional circumstances, an award for £6,000 could be considered. General Art Awards are for project assistance, so that would cover items such as art materials, buying time for your practice or creation of new work. It could be artistic or technical fees, including production or post-production costs associated with the presentation or exhibition of work. You could consider elements such as venue hire for rehearsal space. You can include project-related travel and subsistence costs. You can also apply for funding for technical equipment and IT equipment. However, if you are applying for equipment, please read the guidance notes carefully, as there are stipulations and restrictions on how much you can ask for, and equipment costs cannot comprise more than 50% of your request. Please note we do not accept applications for self-publishing or for film, TV or media projects, except where a project relates to experimental work for exhibition or projects by digital artists whose artwork is created exclusively in the digital space. We also do not fund scriptwriting for television or film. NI Screen would be the appropriate funding body in this instance. We do not fund the purchase of musical instruments through our General Art Awards. We run a separate funding scheme for musical instruments, and we will announce details of that particular SIAP scheme when it becomes available. The aim of the Artist Career Enhancement Scheme is to deepen the developmental impact of Arts Council's support for artists. The scheme offers a package of training, mentoring and support for career artists whose practice is high quality, original, challenging and innovative. It is for artists of real talent whose potential is already obvious and who have a clear and realistic view of their career. We want to enable such artists to raise their profile and significantly enhance their careers. Successful applicants will benefit from the expertise and experience provided by partnering with one of our major arts organisations, the likes of Dryhead, Circusville, the Centre for Contemporary Art and Moving On Music, for example. Awards of £7,000 are available in each art form area, and that would include visual art, craft, community and participatory arts, literature, music, dance, drama, intercultural and traditional arts. The Artist Career Enhancement Scheme is open for applications until the end of the month. However, there was a cut-off point of the 11th of August last Friday by which you should have discussed your application with one of our art form officers. So if you are coming to us afresh today and you haven't already talked about your project to one of our officers, the ACES scheme is not one to look at for this year. However, if you have already talked to us, please continue. And hopefully today's information session will help you. For both of the schemes, the General Art Awards and the Artist Career Enhancement Scheme, we welcome applications from artists of all disciplines and all sorts of working practice. You do need to have made a contribution to artistic activities in Northern Ireland for a minimum of 1 year. You need to live in Northern Ireland and you need to be at least 18 years of age and not in secondary education. In a limited number of cases, individual technical staff or administrators of professional artistic companies may also be eligible to apply. Employees of statutory bodies, undergraduates and postgraduates are eligible to apply but must prove that the funds which they are seeking are for work or costs which are not properly the concern of their employer or not related to their work or academic study. There are various ways in which you must evidence that, and you'll find further details in the guidance notes. You must apply using our online system. We will not accept applications by hard copy or email. Online applications can be edited, saved and returned up to the closing date. You will find the link to the online application system on the Support for Individual Artists programme webpage. It is important to remember that all documentation associated with the application needs to be submitted at the same time. These are the mandatory enclosures and they are listed on the attachment page within the online application and they are detailed in the guidance notes. So things like, for example, the history of artistic practice, it could be images of your work or a detailed project budget. You must ensure that you leave sufficient time to upload all of these documents to the system because as we approach the deadline, there may be hundreds of people trying to submit to the system at the same time. The programme will close at 12 noon precisely on the closing date, and if you complete your application and it is not fully uploaded when the system closes, your application will not be accepted. If you submit your application by the closing deadline, you will receive an automated email advising you that your application has been successfully submitted. If you do not receive this email, your application has not been submitted. The deadline to apply for both the General Art Awards and the Artist Career Enhancement Scheme is 12 noon on Thursday the 31st of August 2023. All applications will be assessed by Arts Council Arts Development Officers against the stated criteria and within the competitive context in which all funding applications are evaluated. We will announce our decisions in November. Please do read the guidance notes on the website carefully. They will help you to understand what we require from you when making an application. If you require guidance notes in large print or other accessible formats, please contact us at the Arts Council. If you have a disability which affects your ability to complete the online application form, please contact the University of Atypical, who provide tailored advice and support to deaf, disabled and neurodiverse applicants when submitting applications to the Arts Council. If you would like to speak to an art form officer about your application, please visit our website contact page where you will find all our staff details. Good luck and thank you.